Good morning, students. We shall now begin with a lesson, its first flight. The first flight is the ordeal of a young seagull who is afraid to fly due to fear. And we shall see in this lesson how he struggles hard to fly because of fear, and finally at the end he succeeds. So the young seagull was standing alone on the ledge because he was afraid to fly. His two brothers and sisters, they had already flown. His parents were flying and they were all calling him to fly along with them, but he was so scared that he would not step out from the ledge. Every time he tried to step out, they were scared. He was scared and he could not fly. He thought that his wings would never support him. And for this time went on like that without him being able to fly. His parents were so fed up of him that they started calling him shrilly and threatening him that they will starve him if he does not fly. In this way, a whole day passed without him being able to fly, because every time he took the courage to fly, again the fear overtook him and he was not able to fly. He just was sitting on one end and watching how his parents were teaching his brothers and sister to fly, perfecting them in their flight and teaching them how to search for their foods and all this. But he somewhere was lying there without being able to fly. He always thought that his wings will not support him. If he flew, he would fall flat and maybe he would die. He thought like that. So he was not able to gather the courage to take a flight. Now it was too much time has passed, 24 hours have passed and he had not been able to fly. By this time his parents have become very angry with him and they were very upset with him for his behavior. In order to teach him a lesson, they decided not to give him food. And he was not provided with any food unless and until he learned how to fly. So his mother took a piece of fish and came near him, trying to lure him so that out of that hunger in him, he will fly. But every time again he mustered a courage, but still he steps back without being able to fly. Now, what happened? At last he was so hungry. He went and searched for food everywhere, but he could not find any. At last, when his mother came near him with the food, he was so maddened by hunger that he finally took a flight. This time he took a real flight. He flew and he was so fearful. But that fear lasted only for a few minutes. At last he found himself being able to fly. He was so happy that his happiness knew no bounds. He could feel the wind rushed against his stomach and finally he was able to make his flight. When he made his flight, his parents, his brothers and sisters, everyone rejoiced. All this time he was not able to fly because of the fear in him. Finally, when he took the flight, that also with fear, but the fear was only momentary. It lasted only for a few seconds and after that the fear was no more. He was now comfortably flying along with his parents. Now, the next step is to take a dive in the sea below him, in the great expanse of the sea below him. Now here also he was very scared because by this time he has been very exhausted trying to make his first flight. And then all his parents, brothers and sisters, they were floating on the surface of the sea. He too wanted to float, but somehow he thought that maybe he will sink. His parents were calling him shrilly and calling him. Finally, he made a dive and he saw himself floating on the surface of the sea. He could dive too. So after many failures, finally he decided to make a flight and he was able to take the flight. He was very happy and along with him, his parents were happy, they were rejoicing, and finally he dived on the surface of the sea and saw that he was floating on it. This was the way he made his first flight. The flight he could make overcoming on the fear. So this is a great lesson for every one of us. Unless and until we remove our fears from our minds, we would be like this young seagull who would not be able to make the flight. And after we remove all the fears and hesitations from our mind, we would be successful. In the same way, the young seagull succeeded at last. Finally, he made his first flight and everyone was happy. He was happy. His parents were happy. His brothers and sisters were happy that he could finally make his first flight.